Hey everybody, it's Jamie Kristen. Welcome back to My Home Farmstead. It is a beautiful snowy day here in Michigan, and it is the perfect day to winter sow. Let's go ahead and assemble those jugs and think spring. It seems like we have a few new faces here, so if this is your first time here, welcome. We are a beautifully blended family living in the city, counting down our days to Foreverstead. While we're in the city, we are utilizing the space that we have to be as self-sustainable as possible, and that's our big Great Dane Remington, loving the snow today. Let's grab his ball. All right, come on. He's so playful. If you did not get a chance to see our last video, go ahead and check it out. I'll link it in the description below. It talks about all the supplies you need for winter sowing, and today we're gonna assemble those jugs. Okay everybody, so the first thing you're gonna want to do is gather your supplies. So grab your milk jug. Make sure it's got holes in the bottom of it. Cut a circle all the way around it. Make sure you have duct tape. Make sure that you have plant markers, pre-moistened soil, and your seeds. So today we have 8 different varieties that we're going to be sowing. Those are arnica, tulsi or holy basil, carnations, aster, tropical milkweed, calendula, amazing gray poppy, and Hungarian blue poppy. Welcome to my potting station, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my half-gallon jug right here and my snips and go all the way around the container. Most of my containers were donated to me by my community, so I just want to take a second and say thank you from the bottom of my heart to any and everybody who donated containers. It really it warmed my heart how many people were like, yeah, sure, you can have my milk jugs. That's great. Even though we're a family of 7 with 5 kids and 2 adults, we actually don't drink a lot of milk. So this was a blessing for our family. So I appreciate you all. Okay, so we went ahead and cut all the way around that container. Now we are going to grab the pre-moistened soil. Again, I cannot stress how important it is to have a good foundation for your seeds. And Happy Frog soil is nutrient dense and is going to create the perfect environment for these seeds to sprout in. It's going to feed them all through this winter sowing process when they start to sprout in the spring. So once we put the pre-moistened soil in there, I like to water in my soil one more time just to make sure we have a nice wet environment for those seeds. I'm using a repurposed milk jug with holes drilled on the top as I just showed you. So if you have a white milk jug that you can't use for winter sowing, repurpose it as a watering jug. First up, I'm going to be grabbing my Calendula seeds. Now these seeds are so unique. They look like little shells or fossils or seahorses. They're really neat. They're like in a curl. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a few seeds and sprinkle them in my container. So I'm going to warn you guys, do not overseed your small containers. I know it's hard. We all get excited. We want to put a whole pack in, but it'll stress your seeds out. It will crowd them. So just make sure you winter sow sparingly in your containers. Water in those seeds one more time, and then we're going to go ahead and close up the container. So I like to take my duct tape and take a shorter piece and tape it top to bottom first on especially a bend or a corner like you see me doing here, and then smoothing it out so that way it holds the top down, and then I take a much longer piece and go all the way around the circumference of the container, making sure that we close any air gaps so it holds in that moisture and condensation, especially when it starts to heat up, so you get that greenhouse effect. That's it. Super simple. Now guess what? What did I forget to do, you guys? you guessed it, I forgot to put my plant marker in. No problem. We're just going to go ahead and grab our plant marker and duct tape it to the outside of our container so we don't have a mystery jug. It really is that simple. So I am growing in Michigan, zone 6A, B-ish, depending on where you're at. There's a bunch of microclimates here in Michigan. So I'm just excited to get started. I really miss my garden. I miss my hands being in the soil. So when I learned about this winter sowing method, it just was perfect for me and my family. It really is the crock pot of sowing. And I am trying a bunch of new herb and flower varieties this year, so this is the perfect way to experiment. This container has my Hungarian blue poppy seeds in there. Yes, I put my plant marker in this time. And we're going to go ahead and close the container up, sealing it all the way around. I really do hope that you guys are inspired by watching this. You see how simple it is and you get to winter sowing yourselves. So again, another container with our pre-moistened soil, watering it in one more time. Now this one we're gonna go ahead and do tropical milkweed. These are so beautiful. They are hues of orange and yellow and red, and they attract pollinators. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I am passionate about bringing pollinators back. No bees, no food. So please consider planting something for the pollinators, and milkweed is a really great variety for that. This last container that I'm going to be showing you guys is the amazing gray poppy. Again, super excited to try and grow poppies this year. Putting those teeny tiny little seeds into my container. I'm not covering them with any extra soil because they are so small. And again, closing up my container. So simple, you guys. Here you see our drainage holes are doing their job and all the extra water came out. Okay, everybody, there you go. It's that simple. So go ahead, grab some seeds, grab some recyclable containers, do some winter sowing, use the crock pot of gardening method, and you are going to have amazing, beautiful flowers all set and ready for you in the springtime. These are going to hibernate just like that alien video that we talked about in the first video. And then when the temperature warms up, the soil temperature is going to increase. The soil temperature is going to increase a lot faster in these containers because it's less surface to heat as opposed to like a large ground area. So these will go ahead and warm up. That will wake up the seeds to sprout. They'll already be pre-watered. The elements are going to go ahead and continue watering these as it snows. And yeah. So stick back, and the next video we're going to be talking about direct winter sowing, because all of these little seedlings, once they sprout, are going to be transplanted. Direct winter sowing is easier because you can put them directly into the container or the space that you would like to grow in and cover it with a cloche or a dome of some sort to again protect them from frost, to heat up the soil temperature faster. So stay tuned for that next video. That's it for me today, you guys. Remember to sow seeds of love in life and in the garden too. Bye.